And welcome back to episode 19 of the Hit the Shower podcast presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. We got a bonus episode for you delinquents and gentlemen. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my co-host and point man, Malcolm. We'll give him the bank is open, King. Just because your boy Jalen definitely had that bank open off that shot. Let's talk about that out the gate.
Didn't he, man? Butler was nice, bro. He had a solid game last night. My boy.
Well, no, I want to talk about that shot first. That Jalen Suggs shot.
Okay.
To seal the deal on UCLA because we was together on that night. Who was
Saturday
it? Me,
night,
you, OG Mike Brown.
Yep.
That's all any of y'all shower heads would know, really. Everybody else was, them other guys.
Right.
The casting crew. But man, listen, when that shot happened, boy, man, whole house started jumping.
Didn't they?
Listen, was damn near asleep. But the whole house started jumping when that shot went down. Listen, this motherfucker tried to kill me, delinquents and gentlemen. Listen, this man tried to kill me.
Why you pulling a D. Russell?
Listen,
why you pulling a D. Russell?
That's all I'm gonna say. He tried to kill me. That's it. But
how we do in Hollywood.
Listen, when I seen Cuz though, I remembered him from somewhere. I mean, of course, everybody knows he's Mr. Athlete. He was Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball in Minnesota. Coming out of high school. He won both awards. So, I mean, we know he's a dog. He was a quarterback, high school quarterback, and, of course, played basketball, too. But I knew him from a YouTube documentary that they had on him way back in high school. He was playing for his dad's AAU team. And they hurt the game before the championship and lost the championship because he couldn't really play, or he got hurt in the championship and lost. No, I think it was the game before, and I think he sat out in the championship because he played some of the game hurt, and his dad pulled him out and told him to come sit down, and he got mad.
Oh, okay.
But that's where I first remembered him. I knew he was a dog back then, so when I seen him on Gonzaga, because, ladies and gentlemen, as I've definitely confessed I haven't been as big on my college basketball as I usually am this year. I usually like to scout the new talent coming out the gates into the league, but this year, for whatever reason, I was not as heavy into it as I usually am. But I did recognize the boy Jalen Suggs from that YouTube documentary, so I was like, oh yeah, he been a dog. I didn't know he went to Gonzaga by no means.
Right. Right.
But
Yep.
shouts to him for hitting the shot to take him above UCLA.
Man.
He just couldn't get
Last
past
second.
Baylor.
Right.
I've been
Boys.
saying it. What you
Boys
got?
versus men.
You know, like
Boys
I've
versus
been
men.
saying it, man. I've been saying that shit. It almost makes me kind of lightweight upset that we didn't do a show pre to the game to give like predictions and all that because I
And we
have
should
been
have.
fucking saying it. And I don't
I agree.
understand why everybody was just like Gonzaga out the
Baffled.
gate. Like,
Right. Right. I seen watching First Take earlier. You know Stephen A. Smith, and then they had the coach from Baylor on. I believe it's Drew Jones, something Jones. I might be Drew Jones or
I
Andrew,
couldn't
something
even, I
like
wouldn't
that.
even know. I wouldn't.
But they had him on the show, and they were like, we apologize. We didn't give y'all no shot. We thought Gonzaga was gonna beat y'all. And like you said, I knew from the gate, like y'all were not finna handle them boys. Because once again, shout out to UCLA, because they lost, but that was
Right.
down to the
No, it
wire.
was. It was definitely
They
down
were
to the
giving them
wire.
problems.
And they were expecting overtime. That's where they fucked
Right.
up because you could tell they didn't press him. Now, you should have pressed him out. It should have damn near been a fucking full court press and
On
keep the
Suggs.
bigs in the back.
Right.
Right, when he was
Right.
coming down the lane, they was just like, there's no chance.
Night.
The
late
bank
too.
was fucking open. I didn't expect the teller to be in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's crazy is I also seen on First Take they rated, well, not they as in Stephen A. Smith. He rated that shot as like all time number 3 in the tournament, best game winning shot of all time. Stephen A. rated that.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I have to see the other ones because if I'm being honest, it wasn't a very skilled shot.
Right.
It was just aimed correctly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he threw
Right.
it. It damn near rattled that backboard, but he threw it. You feel what I'm saying? But it was just
Yeah.
the perfect placement for it to go in. But it wasn't like a Curry shot, as you're saying,
No.
like skill straight. Nothing but net
Right.
type shit.
Finesse. Yeah. No, not at all.
He had to wait in line for a teller to receive payment on that shot.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. He wasn't just cashing them checks.
So I don't know if I can agree with that. At the same time, I don't.
Disagree.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't disagree. I'm just gonna say I haven't seen the others that he's competing with. But I
Right.
feel like I could go as far as to say there has to be more than 2 game winners better than that in the history of the NCAA. So
Oh,
I'm
there
a,
has been.
so I'm
They
gonna call
ruled that-
bullshit. I'm bring it back to the title of this show.
Yeah.
Fuck your favorite analyst. I know sports. So Stephen A. Smith, shut the fuck up and hit them showers early.
And he did what he could, I should say, in that game last night. But it just
My whole thing
wasn't
is,
enough.
and it was at the start of it. Like, listen, the only reason why I had so much faith in Baylor is because at the start of the season they were talking so heavy about their guard core, and it was very evident they had, I would say possibly 3 of the best guards in college basketball right now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that there aren't other guards better than him because you could substitute Suggs, you could substitute what's your boy's name out of Oklahoma,
Cade Cunningham.
Cunningham. You could substitute many players into those Baylor guard spots and come up with a better lineup. But I'm saying as a whole, as a team, collectively as a standpoint, they just don't match up. They don't match up athletically.
That's why I said boys versus men. That's what it looked like last night.
That's why it was like it was just so clear to me. Like, how could they lose it with this guard lineup playing Gonzaga?
Right.
Because they're unathletic.
You know what it reminded me of? I know that shout out to Space Jam, the first one. I'm not sure how I feel about the second one. That's a different story. I saw the trailer last night.
We'll speak on it.
Right. But long story short, you remember in Space Jam how obviously what Michael Jordan had to face the Goon Squad?
Right, right, right.
I felt like Baylor was the Goon Squad, and Gonzaga was what the Toon Squad, so to speak. But
Yeah,
they didn't
that
prevail. They
is
didn't
what it
prevail
was,
with the Toon
huh?
Squad because they came in there. I mean, they came in there cut with some big dudes and
Right.
like I said, not only athletic, the guards were athletic. They were fast, they were athletic, and they could shoot the lights out. We were like, wow. Like, remember I was texting you up until you probably fell asleep. Like, just play by play. Like, man, that's three, another three. Like, wow. You know, like, sheesh.
I knew it was a problem. I just didn't know it was going to be a
Problem.
19-4 problem or
Oh,
19-6. I mean, whatever it
oh.
was. I was like, oh,
Hey,
shit.
hey, it got so bad. I texted Jalen on the Cuddy before the second half even ended. Like early in the second half, I was like, bro, you might as well just go ahead and send it
Run
out before
that,
you fall asleep.
run that
Run it
cash,
now, run it now
right.
before you. Because at this point, I don't see it getting any better at all.
He could have ran
At
that
all.
cash before that game started, man. I'm telling you.
Right.
And you know what? I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like there was too much weight put on Suggs' shoulders. Like, of course, that's your star. But if you notice, what's the boy's name? Drew Timmy, the handlebar mustache.
Yeah,
He was putting in work on the inside. Like,
he
he got
was.
blocked a couple times, but he was putting in work. He was getting some buckets down there. He only ended the game with 12. He was 12-5-3. But I feel like if they would have taken some of that weight off of Suggs' shoulders and really worked the big men, they don't really have legit big men, but if they'd have worked the big man, I should say, and kicked some more shots out to um the other white boy, Chris Burt.
Oh, he was nice.
He's the
Yeah,
shooter.
I thought they kept saying Pittsburgh. I'm like,
No,
his last
Chris
name is
Burt.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
They say
if they'd have
Pittsburgh.
kicked some more shots out to him, like, don't get me wrong, Suggs was looking for him. That was clearly his go-to guy, because every time he got trapped in the paint, he was looking out to Chris Burt on the three, as he
Right.
should have been. But all I'm saying is there should have been a legit game plan to get that man the ball, as well as Timmy in the paint, other than let Suggs try to go off the score, and if he can't, kick to the next best option.
Yeah, they just clearly weren't ready to me. Like I just felt like from the jump when like you said, when it got to what was it, 19-4, I think early on.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
It's something like that. I was like, yeah,
It might
y'all
have been
just,
19-4.
you're in for a long now. What were your thoughts? Because at the end of the first half, Gonzaga closed the gap down to 10.
Right, right.
So where it was like, all right, it's within reach. Y'all still down, but it could be within somewhat reach. I mean, at that point,
All I credited that to was the fact that they came out the gate so hot. You know what I mean? It's almost like a fighter that comes out the gate real aggressive. You can
right,
guarantee that towards halfway through that fight, he's gonna take a few rounds off to get his win back, and that's when you have your chance to come back. And that's exactly what happened. They were just getting their win back, but they did, and they
right.
never had the lead one time.
They didn't. It was bad. All game it was bad to me. It was bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
shouts to what's the name? Player of the game, Jared Butler.
yep. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what was it? It's not player of the game in college.
They called it something. Offensive player.
Most outstanding player.
Right. Yep.
But
Butler.
yeah, he had 22, 3, and 7. You know what I mean? The only one out of those guards that didn't no, I can't even say that. Out of all those guards, every one of them exceeded their season average in points that game.
I could see that. They were going off. I
Yeah.
mean, they was
Every one
shot
of them,
after
and not by
shot.
much, because Davion Mitchell, he only scored, I don't want to say only, he scored 15.
Right.
He was 15, 6, and 5, but his season average is only 14.
He showed out.
So he got a dollar over, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
Maceo Teague and Jared Butler, their season averages were 16, so they both went well over their season averages. But that's what you need in a game like that. You know what I mean? You need your players to show up.
Yeah, they showed up big time.
And when you got those are their three top guards. Your three top guards scored over their season average in that one game. Suggs did as well, but that's to be expected because everything's put on his shoulders. But when you got enough ball movement to where your three guards can all exceed their averages, let alone the front court.
Even let me pull up his official name.
Who?
So Adam Flagler, a guard on the bench on Baylor.
Oh yeah, that was busting the threes.
He had
with the afro. Yep. Oh shit!
Oh snap!
Spilled beer everywhere.
Yep, I figured. He was
tried to catch that pin.
3 for 4 on the 3-point line.
Yeah, he went off. He did go off.
So like you said, Cliff, when you got your guards dropping 22 plus 15 plus 19 plus 13 off the bench, I mean,
it's a rap skis.
It's over from there. You know, like you said, I mean, with Gonzaga, looking at their numbers, like you said, I mean, I'm looking, like you said, Timmy, or is it Timmy or Time? How they
Timmy.
Timmy.
I
mean, they had some decent numbers. What? Timmy had 12. Kispert had 12.
All under their averages, though. All under their season averages.
And your bench didn't give you nothing. I'm looking at their bench. The highest, the two players scored 4. The other one scored 3 points.
Yeah, Timmy and Kispert all under their season averages. I think they both averaged like 18 points a game for the season. And both y'all got 12. You know what I mean? That says something. I'm not going to specifically say that says something about them. What I think happened was they were so nervous and eager to win that they kept putting it on Suggs' shoulders instead of playing regular Gonzaga ball.
Right.
But my whole thing is I don't think regular Gonzaga ball could have won it either. It just should have been, the ball should have been moved around a little bit more.
They should have, and it's shame on the coach. The coach should have had a better strategy, especially in the second half. Clearly,
or at least adjustments.
Adjustments. This isn't working in the first half. And telling his players, you guys got to be more aggressive.
Right, I agree.
Very aggressive from the jump. They came out wanting blood from the jump.
Listen,
they want the coach. The coach said, the Baylor coach, Coach Jones. He said that his players heard all the talk, all the hype.
Right.
Gonzaga's got it. Gonzaga's gonna win. He even quoted Stephen A. Smith. He said, "We owe you guys some money." So the coach said in Baylor this morning. He said, "We owe you guys some money." He said, "Because y'all was talking all that stuff." He said, "Which I respect, but they heard all that. They heard all of it.
But there's that. I mean, there's nothing better than going into a fight with somebody that I got this motherfucker, and y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. Let me show you. Let me show you. I prefer to be
the underdog. Right. I prefer to be the underdog in situations. Just because you come out on top, like you said, I wasn't supposed to do this.
Nigga, I'm 5'5". I've been an underdog all my fucking life. I don't know any other way but.
He said I'm
nope,
5'5".
You know what?
Listen.
I'm lying. I ain't been the underdog all my life, but I've been the underdog more than I haven't.
Because look, I'm gonna throw a little jab for fun out there. You ain't been an underdog all your life, because Aaron proved that point last week when he said the whole running back situation. He said,
"Oh no, I was underdog there."
No, I think if what I understood is I felt like Aaron was saying he was behind you, because we were talking about maybe people you was cool with, and Aaron was like, "No, you weren't." I don't remember, but the whole point was.
Oh no, he was talking about high school football.
Right.
He was talking about high school football. They played me, but it's all right. That's nothing.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. Okay.
Yeah, because we played together.
Okay, I got you.
That's why I said you getting a little personal there, but it's all right, you know. But shouts to wait, what would you about to say?
I was just gonna say they just were not prepared against Gonzaga.
Shouts to Joe Dirt Jr. out there with the energy.
Right.
Did you see Matthew Mayer?
Man,
listen, I don't care what he ended the game 2-2-1. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And I don't care what nobody say, my G was all over the court. He was out there with the energy. He had hands in everybody's faces. He was making cuts to the stat line. I was like, he only got 2-2-2. Like I'm watching the game and I'm like, I seen him moving more than that. Right. And watching it back, he got the 2-2-2, but he was just working. Like he was everywhere. He was switching men. He was doing everything. I was impressed.
I can respect that.
Because when I seen the mullet, I was like, ooh, give me a reason to hate on Joe Dirt. And then I liked him. Shit.
You could. He grew on you.
Right. Yeah, I can't be mad at him. What else did I have there?
that was just a. I mean, like we said, we talked about this earlier. You and I, man, I had to turn it off, or not turn it off, but I just stopped paying attention like midway through the second half because I was like, well, it's no
Yeah, I think
competition at this point.
I fell asleep probably about midway through the second half, and I think that's why it was just I just wasn't entertained. It was the
Right.
same thing over and over again. Miss shot, Baylor down the court, hit a three. They go down, hit a miss shot, Baylor down the court, hit a three or a pull up. Like it was like, what the fuck?
It's like a game of 2K against somebody that's trash.
Them blocks
like,
though, Flo Thomba's block.
Man.
I can't think of the other dude, the forward, the dude you talking about, the thicker dude.
So there was I can't say his name. It's Jay Tachamawa Tachacha. Jonathan, he's number 23. Was number 23?
Cha-cha slide. I can't even remember his number.
That's what we're gonna call him. It was either him you're talking about or
he was the forward. He was a forward.
Oh yeah, it's him. He's a forward 23. Yeah, I remember seeing that block. It was
okay.
Because I remember they said his name. And I said, "Oh, how do you say
it
that?"
was a little chase down. He got off.
Boy.
Listen, Thamba though, I don't know if him and Mo come from rival tribes.
Right, Thamba Mamba.
Flo Thamba and Mo Bamba.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up.
Man was born on Friday. His name is Flo.
Could be. Look, you might be on.
Because that doesn't Mo Bamba and Flo.
You're right. Hey, give me an idea. If you and I ever get back in the studio, which is perfect, I got Flo. Thamba. Like, it might be something we gotta look at now and do the remix. But yeah, that's crazy though with the name.
That song trash to begin with. I'll never be on the.
Right. But listen, if the money talk, I don't care if it's trash or not. If we make something like they made, a million or something, I might have to do
I'll
it.
dumb it down for this, for these folks. But I noticed that Baylor didn't have their center. What's the dude's name? Umar Ballo.
Ballo. I don't even see his name on the team list.
For real?
Out? Yeah, I don't even see his name on the list. I see a bunch of other people. I don't see.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so, because I think I saw an article saying that he had injured his hand back in February.
Let me take a look. Baylor center.
7-foot dude, played in like the Euro League or something like that.
He played in the Euro League. Okay.
It's like Umar Ballo or.
They gave me. I forgot in college you gotta specify men or women. I'm typing in Baylor Center, and they gave me the women's.
Who they? Brittany.
Don't you start with her, Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about her back in the day. She was a dog.
That's the only Baylor center that I know that was. I mean, I don't know.
You put on.
I don't know. I might not have watched recently. Let me.
Right. I'm trying to find the men. Anyways, I keep pulling up the ladies instead of the men's, but I'm trying to find out if what you're referring to as far as it's okay. What you said his name? Okay.
Omar Ballo.
I don't see him on the roster at all. That name, not even that name.
Yeah, I seen it. Let me see. Yeah, I seen it. Because I was looking up Gonzaga's like whole roster or whatever, and when I type in yeah. Yeah, he popped straight up for me.
Really? I couldn't. Okay. So what's his name then?
Oumarballo. Says he's a 7-foot center.
By the way, shout out to University of Stanford's women's basketball team that won the championship the night before against
Stanford
Arizona.
Won it?
Stanford women's won the championship.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I saw it on the Sports Center highlight. I don't remember them talking about the game, which is messed up because I would have gladly took a peek.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it says it's starting lineup, but because it says that they had to readjust their lineup. That's why they was playing Timmy. That's why they were playing Timmy at center because it said he got
Oh,
a
okay.
hand injury.
Wait, hold on, Cuddy. This is the center for Gonzaga. You said?
Yeah.
I thought you said Baylor because I kept saying I
No.
said Baylor's team.
Oh, you did say Baylor, and I said Brittany Griner. And listen,
Right.
no,
See, you
for
got me
Gonzaga, I
confused.
had said Gonzaga
Okay.
the first time. That's why I was probably
Okay.
confused when you said
My bad.
Baylor.
That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't find them then. Okay, I was looking at the wrong school. My bad. Wrote a fact check. It was Gonzaga we're discussing, not the
Yeah,
Baylor
and I
team.
hope I didn't say Baylor. I don't think so. I thought I said
Think you did.
Gonzaga was missing a center.
We'll have to go back
Cause
and
I
rewatch
was,
the tape.
yeah, cause I said that's why the white boy was playing center.
You might have said it the first time, and then I think once I said I'll look it up with Baylor's team, I think we just kept going with it for a minute there, and we didn't catch ourselves. But that's all right. We look, we correct ourselves if we can on this show.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, keep it G. I really don't have much. I just thought that there was a need to definitely go over that win. I mean, it would have been much better if we got the call out as well.
Man,
You know what I mean?
right,
Cause like I said, motherfucking Blues ass called me like, "Who you got on the game? I'm about to put some money down." I said, "Nigga, Baylor.
right,
Whether you
right.
in the pen or on the outside, go with
Baylor,
Baylor. You'll get your
right,
bread. I promise."
right. And can you imagine if we would have bet big on that game last
Man,
night? I, I messed around, would have put $100 down for real if I
I
could
would have
have, just
too.
because I felt. And if I lost, I'd be like, whatever. I mean, I'd been a little upset, but I just felt so overly
No,
confident
that
where I
was
was
a
like,
that was a very confident bet of mine,
I feel
especially that
great,
it was almost kind of like twilighty. You know what I mean? That
right?
everybody was like Gonzaga, 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 and I was just like, wait a minute, like,
We all
am I
know
missing something? Like, what's
right.
going on? Why
We all
is
know that I don't know.
right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was confused. I couldn't understand that. And I was like, what is y'all's logic? Because they're undefeated. Listen, we've seen plenty of teams such as the 72 Dolphins and what year was that with the Patriots?
They
Those different sports, but you can go undefeated and still lose. I don't mean you
they were
won't
actually
lose.
talking about that on ESPN. They were saying that based on Gonzaga's schedule, does it really prepare them to be able to win a national championship because they don't play like they're saying that
Right.
they're not playing high enough tier teams
No.
to really be tested like that. And I was clear with the UCLA game.
Right. Because they
Like
almost
how
lost.
right? How could you be in that situation with UCLA and then expect me to think you're gonna blow Baylor out?
Right.
You
Right.
struggle with UCLA. If
That
that teller wasn't in that window late night, if you didn't catch that teller before she closed up,
right.
you wouldn't even have been in the chip.
Right. So that okay, that brings me to my next question
I
then.
can't say that because it would have went to overtime. It wasn't like he'd have
Right.
lost if he
It was
didn't
do
hit
or
it. So
die.
I
You're
can't say
right.
that. Let me pull that statement back. But you're still lucky that teller was available. Is all I'm
So
saying.
do you think that UCLA could have been a better matchup? Looking back at the
Mm-hmm.
Baylor game with Gonzaga, I think so. I thought the same thing the whole game. I said, you know what? I would have loved to have seen you because remember
They're
you
more
seen it. Well,
athletic. They're more
right.
athletic.
You seen those guards I was talking about last Saturday too when you came by.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. And they were working.
man, there ain't no chumps. I mean, Baylor still would have won. I feel like regardless. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I do. I
Baylor
think
would
so
have beat either
too. I
way.
do think so
But
too.
I think it'd have been a better, like you said, like, oh man, this is okay. Like,
Yeah, it's almost equivalent to like how we said like Tampa Bay and playing a beat up Kansas City team as opposed to like playing the Bills. I think the
right,
Bills would have roughed them up a bit.
right. It'd have been a better matchup,
Right.
probably.
I still think Brady would have won it for sure, but I
Yeah.
think the
Oh
Bills
yeah.
would have roughed them up a little bit more than that Kansas City team did. They were missing too many pieces at that point.
Yeah, yeah, Gonzaga. I mean, and then what'll be interesting is how many of the players on Baylor will stay. Well, who's going to leave because the teams naturally change for different reasons every year. Um,
I
so
don't.
actually, I want to see.
That's a great
What do you think?
question. That's a great fucking question, and the only reason why I say that is because I think that the team is good collectively,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see any standout.
Players.
Right, like somebody that would be like, oh, he's gonna do something in the league. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nah, like they play good collectively, yeah. And that dude Mitchell is decent. You know what I mean? I'm not Davian Mitchell. He's decent, but I wouldn't quite say that he's developed enough to be able to do that. He's no Ja Morant being that little. You know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
no.
So
Yeah,
stay another year, develop a little bit more, and then come out. But I didn't see anybody that would have really. I mean, the Jared Butler dude was nice. Don't get me wrong. He was very nice, and I could see him being a role player in the league. But why not stay one more year and build up your value to where somebody's looking at you as a sixth man as opposed to a role player?
I
Then
agree.
work
Cause
your Harden way up. You know how Harden did work his way
right,
up from there. But you
yeah,
don't want to be considered a role player when you're better than that just because you came out of college too early.
right. That's true too. Because I was looking here and it says Thamba is a junior on Baylor, Butler is a junior, Mitchell is a junior, Teague is a senior, Vital or Vital, however you say it, he's a senior as well.
So they're gonna lose Teague. Who's the vital? Who's that? I don't
He was
even remember.
the biggest boy on their team, like a Glenn Davis looking cat. Remember Baby Davis at LSU back in the
Okay.
day? He looked like him, but for Baylor. Let me see if I can pull up this picture.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing that
Yeah, he
name
was huge.
isn't
He was
striking
tall,
me.
and they have him as a guard.
They also had
He's
Joe Dirt as a guard. He wasn't no fucking guard.
he's but Vital is 6'5", 250. I don't know if you can. Oh, hold on.
Nah, you got your screen. It's all right.
Right.
I can
But
look him
yeah.
up.
Right. But yeah.
But
He's 6'5", 250.
that is a great question. I mean, in my opinion, I think that everybody should come back. And from the look of it, to have your boy Maceo Teague and what's his name? Who'd you say? What's his name?
Vital.
Yeah, be
Vital.
seniors.
Vital or Vital.
That's the dude that got the block.
Okay, well, you sure you're talking about him? Because there was him, and then the other guy got the. Well, Thumba got one for sure, but I believe that Jonathan dude might have got one too. The one with the crazy name I was telling you about.
Nah, this the dude right here. This is the dude that got the
Okay.
block.
Yeah, look like Baby Day, like Glenn Davis.
Yep, and it say 1 block, 2 steals in that game. Yeah, that was
Okay.
him. He's the one that got the block.
Yeah, he ain't no chump. That's a big dude.
I
That's
just
a
didn't
big
see.
dude.
I didn't see his name, of course. You know what I mean. And
Right.
that was probably around the time I started falling asleep because I know that was into the second half when that took
Right.
place.
Yeah, I knew you wasn't gonna finish that game. I said he gonna watch
I would have if it was
earlier.
not even earlier,
Oh,
more interesting. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah.
after I started seeing like them blow them out, I put my feet up on the couch. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you put your feet up on the couch,
It's over with.
man, if you don't keep
It's
my
over.
attention, you got me for about 10 minutes. And if you don't get my
That's it.
attention,
That's
my
it.
old ass going to sleep.
Right. So, listen, I was going to ask you too. So, do you think it's more of my question's going to be: is it more coincidental, or do you think it was done intentionally? So, Mitchell on Baylor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jersey says D Mitchell. Says 45. We all know Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz. D Mitchell, 45.
No, I think that's more so of a
Sign of respect.
yeah.
I think so too. I just didn't know if you thought like it just happened. They happened to have the same number.
Could be.
Name,
It could
or do you
be.
think?
Because, I mean, that
picked
is,
out that
you
number?
are pretty close. You know what I mean? Like, and this just could be my weird sociopathic ass or whatever the word I'm looking, I don't know. Maybe egotistical more. I could never look up to somebody or pay homage like that to somebody that I'm going up against. You know what I mean?
Well,
I may look up to Donovan Mitchell, but knowing that I'm only 4 years out from you, I'm not about to wear your name and your number because I gotta chew you when I get there.
Right.
I gotta disrespect you. So why would I want to wear the number in the jersey of the person that I'm trying to run through the trash?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I do.
You gotta have your own number at that point. You like.
Right. Yeah, right. Now I agree with you. Okay.
If I was LeBron, I would be the kind of guy that would make everybody never want to wear 23 again, type shit.
Right.
Like, I want to put 23 in the dirt is my goal. And I mean that at the utmost respect, just out of the competitive nature. The only difference in that analogy is that LeBron and Jordan didn't get to play together.
Right.
You feel me? So that makes a little more sense because they were separated generationally to where you could pay homage because he's no longer playing. But you can't pay homage to somebody that you're currently trying to play against. That'd be like Dwayne Wade getting 4-5, the Kobe 4-5. Or the 24. 24,
Right.
I meant.
Okay. Right.
And
Right.
have Kobe's initials and wear it the same
Yeah,
on his
that's
24.
weird.
That would be
Yeah,
weird because they're
I couldn't get with that.
competitors. They're
Right.
on the same level. They're not on the
That
same
would,
level, but you know what I
right.
mean?
I see what you're saying. They're destined to potentially match up one
Right.
day. I seen that Donovan Mitchell actually, I believe it was before the game yesterday, it was sometime recently this week. He had on a Baylor number 45 D Mitchell jersey, paying homage to
That's what's up.
Baylor, which was
And
cool.
Donovan
But
Mitchell
yeah,
seems like the kind of dude that would do that.
I would do the reverse if that makes sense.
Right,
I
if
would do what
because he's
Donovan
not
Mitchell
because
did.
he's not because at that point it's I'm taking I don't even know if I could say that. I was gonna say you're taking your ego out of it and you're just showing love to the dude, but at the same time I feel like you feel more comfortable doing that because he was paying homage to you. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's similar, you know what I mean? So even though I'm wearing his jersey, he's still representing me in that jersey. I'm still me in this Baylor jersey.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he could,
Right.
somebody could ask him, "What's that?" We know you didn't go to Baylor. I still stands for Donovan Mitchell. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right. I see what you're
And he's
saying.
like,
I
"No, that's
see.
a Davion Mitchell." And he's like, "No, I'm the original D45 Mitchell. It's Donovan Mitchell, even though I didn't go to Baylor. So why would
Right.
I ever set myself up to be in that situation? Nah, I'm chewing that 4-5.
Right.
I'm the
Yeah.
kind of person though that when I look up to you, that's who I want to be.
Right.
You're who I want.
Right. To be the man, you gotta
Right.
beat the man.
You know what I mean?
Ric Flair and them.
But I respect it all. I definitely, especially in a sport like basketball, you know what I mean? Because it's a little less aggressive.
Right.
It's still
Yeah, we know
aggressive.
that.
I'm not taking anything away from the sport, but you know what I mean? It's a little less aggressive than the way I think. I'm not a basketball first kind of guy.
Right.
I spent more of my
Right.
life playing football and boxing than anything else.
Right.
So
A rougher sport.
right, so
Cutthroat,
I
more
don't,
cutthroat.
basketball, maybe you do have more friends, but there wouldn't never be no banana boat shit from where I come from. You know what I mean? We're not getting
Oh
together in
snap!
the. I don't want to train with you in your off season. That's the kind of shit that blows my mind in basketball is that they train with each other in off seasons.
Well, what's the term, Cliff? They say iron sharpens iron.
But regardless, I thought the illest. You know what? You are absolutely right. You are
Because if all
absolutely right. Wait, no, let me get my thought out, and I'm gonna explain why
Go
I
ahead.
cut myself off that quick. Because I was about to say I thought the illest shit in the world was when Antetokounmpo said, "I'm not about to work out with LeBron. Like I don't need you knowing what I'm doing, and you shouldn't want me knowing what you're doing." But then I thought about it. When you say iron sharpens iron, maybe he'd have got a fucking jump shot if he played or trained with LeBron. So you may be a little more right than you know what I mean. I had to pull that statement back because maybe he may have developed a little bit more. We know you can get to the rim in 6 steps from the fucking half court. We know that. But
Right.
can you shoot, motherfucker?
Right.
And
Right.
not just in the All-Star game when it's a joke. We're talking about with money on the line.
Yeah, that's his only MVP. Well, no, not his only, obviously, but I meant, yeah, his only big game where he was literally, I think he was perfect that whole game. They said he didn't miss a single shot.
Listen,
But
that
no, to
same
your
year that
point,
he actually won MVP, I mean, that's every year, though. I was about to say, you could argue that it could have went to LeBron.
right? Every year you can almost really
Right.
argue, most cases. But what I was
Right.
gonna say is, and I know for anybody that's listening or may watch, obviously y'all know we're gonna do the NBA episode tomorrow, so I'm not gonna dive in too much. Just kind of
You
taking hints at little things.
what?
I was just gonna say, to the iron sharpens iron part, I had seen something.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's nothing. No, we free
yeah.
flow right now, so say
Right,
whatever you
okay.
want.
I had seen something a couple weeks ago where they were talking about, and I say they as in either Undisputed or First Take Sports Center, one of those three
Right,
usually, but
ESPN, homage.
ESPN, homage, right? They were talking about basically, KD and LeBron in the past have trained together, right? And they said that LeBron, remember how we talked about you and I manipulation. There's
Mm-hmm.
positive manipulation and then there's obviously negative
Mm-hmm.
manipulation. They said LeBron is obviously, and you said this before too, one of the best manipulators. But they said when he
Right.
trained with KD, he wasn't stupid. They know they're pegging him as what supposedly the second best player in the league behind LeBron for the most part. Typically, they say.
Right.
So if I train with you, that's fine that you see and learn what I do. But I'm gonna see and learn more what you do too, so I can try to stop you when we play and
You know
anticipate.
what?
That's what they were saying.
Right. And you know what though? I don't even know if I would call that manipulation. But I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't even think I would call it manipulation for the simple fact that well, you know what? I guess somewhat because there is a mutual benefit there. You know what I mean? LeBron is LeBron, so why wouldn't you want to train with the hardest working man in the NBA?
Remember LeBron's All Star team he picked this year, Cliff. Remember how him and
Perfect.
Kevin got the pick.
Yep.
So my whole point is, there was something again. Shout out to ESPN where they talked about. We know LeBron and Paul George aren't like the best friends by any means. Like I don't know if there's any
Yeah,
drama
he
there,
spit
so to
at
speak,
him.
but they're
Oh no,
oh
you
who
not Paul George. I'm thinking Paulie P.
we gonna say.
Yeah, we'll get in that tomorrow
Shout out
too.
to Paulie P tomorrow.
Jim Ten like he DTF. My guy is real DTF. We'll get into Paulie P tomorrow though.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Listen, I'm like a little kid on Christmas for
Man,
that
I
one.
am too, boy. I can't wait to listen. Paulie
I got to do
P.
my.
Do
I'm gonna do my
better.
homework on Paulie P tonight.
Do
But
better,
the
man.
point, the point, might have to give him an early hit the showers.
Not yet.
You're right. But the point I was gonna say was Cliff is they talked about Paul George and LeBron probably aren't the best of friends, right? Like
Right,
Paul
right,
George
right.
has issues with several players in the NBA.
That's
And vice
Paulie
versa.
G, I guess. Okay. I got the
Paulie
wrong
G.
letters wrong.
But the point that I was making is they were like, I wonder why LeBron selected some players like him on the All Star team, like when they're not really the best of friends or like not really that cool regardless of the talent. But they said this is what they said. We know the Clippers and Lakers, for example, are rivals, right?
Right,
If I
right,
can
right.
get a more in depth view by us being on the same team in practice, and actually they try to say, and again, it's all speculation with SportsCenter or whatever or ESPN. They try to say it might be a head game.
I
It
can
might
see
be a head
that.
game. Oh hey, LeBron selected me. I thought because I'm Clippers, he's Lakers. We're right. Like
That don't have
what?
nothing to do with nothing, though.
That's what they were saying. So they were saying by basically trying to soften or butter Paul George up. Oh, he selected me. So now when they play, maybe Paul George will do his thing, but he's not gonna try to maybe go as hard as he normally would. Like I mean, LeBron's cool in my eyes, but LeBron's gonna remember. Hey, I trained with him. I see how he play. I'm gonna go. Like I basically just trying to again. They try to say
Listen, and
manipulate a little bit.
that's a number one reason why I was so what's the word I'm looking for? I was geeked about Giannis's response. Like, why would I train with him? Why would I want him to
Right.
see what I'm working on and me see what? Because if everybody knows LeBron has the best memory in NBA history, because no one else has put that to the test. You know what I mean? But you can ask LeBron about a specific play at a specific minute or time in the game, and he'll say, "Yeah, you talking about this? I should have passed to Jr. I faked the pass to so and so, and I took the shot. I was selfish."
Right.
You know what I mean? He'll say some shit like
Right.
that. So it's
Right.
like if you're working out with him, you think he's not retaining that information? You think he's not downloading everything he's seeing? If he can remember a specific play at a specific time on the clock, then you can guarantee with no clock at all, he's definitely reading your moves, Bobby Fischer.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We turn the clock off, and now I get to watch everything you're doing and just memorize what that is. So I know the gather that you do before you take the shot next time I'm guarding you. I know the jab step that you like to do before you drive to the left. I know all of that. I'm watching
What's
all
that
of that.
What's that quote, Cliff? If you can't beat him, join him. So LeBron's probably.
I don't know if
thinking,
that's the case, though. I think LeBron is more so Megatron, and he's operating as.
Right.
LeBron is doing right now what every captain of every war should do.
Mhm.
Even though I feel like I'm the best and I know I'm the best, I'm going to treat it as if I could still lose and memorize all of your weaknesses to make me that much better. LeBron is the Napoleon of the NBA.
Yeah, he's a sheep in wolves clothing, as they say.
That's vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Right,
A
wolf in sheep's
right.
But
Yeah,
a sheep in wolf's clothing gets ate
right
by everybody because
right.
we'll eventually see you're not a wolf.
Yeah, he a wolf in sheep. That's what I meant. Absolutely.
But yeah, no, that is the case.
Yeah, he definitely is good at mind games. They say, you know what I mean, as far as trying to get in your head. And...
Listen, that's LeBron. I mean, we won't get into that right now, but let's segue into our final topic, which we just do off the fly. This Space Jam situation. Did you see the
Lord, the trailer? I watched.
Yes. I don't like the
cartoon aspect of it that they do too.
Well, you know what, that I just pegged to, and this is what's odd about it, because when they started to do the cartoon shit, I was thinking like, is that trying to hide LeBron's acting skills? And then I thought to myself like, well, wait a minute, LeBron is a way better actor than Jordan. You know what I mean? LeBron's been in multiple movies.
Oh yeah.
Up till this date. Even that one, what's the last one? Not Kevin Hart. It wasn't a Kevin Hart joint where he was the friend of the white boy, and the white boy was trying to he was trying to like get the pretty girl or whatever, and LeBron was like his friend trying to amp him up to go get the girl. I can't think of the name of the movie.
You know me, I'm looking it up.
Damn it, Schmo Down. I know you looking at me too, because I'm good with it. I'm good with it, Schmo Down.
LeBron was in...
It was the last movie he did. It came out right around...
Trainwreck?
That's what I was about to say. You beat me fucking to it.
Oh, Google beat you to it.
I was about to say it was right around the time Trainwreck came out, not knowing that the movie was Trainwreck itself.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie, actually.
That was with, what's her name? Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Yep. John Cena was in it, apparently, too. Random. But, yeah, Space Jam 2... So I think I told you this before. I like how technology has improved naturally. I love seeing how directors can, do this and do that. But I still don't get that same feel. I know it's early, but I still just don't. I don't think it's going to live up to Space Jam. I mean, obviously, like our kids, like you and I's kids, like this is going to be their Space Jam. I get that. Like this is what they're going to know as their Space Jam. But I just don't see the story. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's you almost said it just there. I don't see the storyline being as intriguing as the original. Right, it's just not the same. Now, you know what?
We could be wrong once it comes out. We could be completely wrong. And I hope I am. I really am. I really do. Because I mean, not to be biased, but you got my boy AD in there. I think I heard Klay Thompson's in there. I think maybe Damian actually they are. LeBron shouted them out. I've seen that. But it looked corny from the trailer. It didn't look like it was like gonna.
The thing that tripped me out that I didn't like about it, and I understand that in the first movie, like they were monsters, so they had like different, and it wasn't the Goon Stars Chump, it was the Monstars.
Well, you didn't correct me, host Clifford Jordan Jennings.
I wasn't even thinking about it till I said the Monsters.
And actually, I asked for clarification. I said they were called the Goon Squad, right? I said in the Loon Squad.
I probably did. I probably did say that.
So we both got hit the
shot. No, it was the Monstars and the Loon Squad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I remember way back in the day when that movie came out. Of course, I was a kid, but
you was old. I was probably a baby or something.
Oh yeah, you was young. I was probably like 8 or 9.
So you understood it. I was like.
And McDonald's had these for their toys. Instead of the toys, they gave these like the Monstars, but they were like stuffed animals like that big. You
ain't keep none?
I didn't. I didn't
They're
even
like
collect.
collectibles.
I didn't collect all of them, of course, but I got like 2 of them or whatever. You know, you gotta go across the way to get all of the shit. They don't give all the toys out
At the same one,
in the
right? Yeah,
East.
go to
The
different.
West gives them toys, and the East gives these toys, and nobody's traveling cross country to get
No,
McDonald's. So,
no, it's not that. Never that deep. McDonald's. Shout out McDonald's though.
but I thought that was hot that McDonald's did do that. They gave because I know they probably wasn't losing money because they were promoting the movie, but
We'll probably do it again.
they were
I feel like.
those were big toys to be given in a Happy Meal is all I'll say.
Right. They'll probably do it again though, knowing LeBron, or something similar. They'll probably name a Space Jam sandwich or something. You know how they do every blue moon.
Listen, but oh, that's why I never finished my thought.
Right.
I said what I didn't like about it is of course the Monstars were like strong and they had like powers, but now these motherfuckers got like robots and shit, like where their legs go
weird.
long and like
Right.
that's just crazy shit. Like
Doing too much.
I don't know.
And who's the director? The director's name is Malcolm D. Lee. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I know who that is. The director is Malcolm D. Lee.
It's probably your family. Somebody recorded the movie.
See, there you go.
Oh, fuck ass Space Jam. Promoted by The Bank is Open Lee.
And I'm looking here. So the director, Malcolm D. Lee, 51 years old, Queens, New York. I was trying to see what else Oh, you know what? This person, Cliff, he did the movie The Best Man.
And let's give him Space Jam 2?
Right.
Okay, you did with Omar, Tay Diggs and Omar Epps, and now we'll give him Space Jam 2?
So he did Roll Bounce.
I like Roll Bounce.
I did too. Undercover Brother, you remember that?
I like that too.
He did Girls Trip, which I only seen that because of the wife. Don't judge me.
Never seen that. That's with Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm not gonna lie, it is funny. Okay. It's funny. He did Night School. I didn't really care for Night School. I don't know if you've seen it.
Never seen it. Yeah, I know about it, but I never seen it.
Yeah, he did Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
With Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
I guess that's right. I don't know. I guess that's right. I mean, let's give him a fucking animated.
But now I'm wondering who was the director of the original Space Jam? Because why didn't you, God forbid?
That you know what? I was thinking that same shit. Why wouldn't you just go with the guy from before? Let him get a chance to top his old work.
So, Space Jam. See, that's different. See, Space Jam was directed by Joe Pytka.
Okay, yeah, no. He's probably not even still with us. God rest the dead. I'm sorry if he's not.
Ooh, shout out Joe Pytka. Born November 4th, 1938, so he is 82. He is still alive.
Okay, I'm sorry, Joe.
And he's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm cool with that. Made Space Jam from the Berg, boy.
Yeah, they said your old ass ain't ready for this new technology.
Right. No, he's passed his. So I guess he had to pass the torch, but I'm not sure if Malcolm. We'll see if Malcolm D. Lee was worthy enough here in a couple.
Let's
of months.
hope that teller is open for that motherfucker too, cause I don't know.
I feel like it was too extra too. They had LeBron falling from the sky a couple times, and
oh yeah, but that was like
Mike fell down the hole. Mike went down the hole.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems simple. I don't know. And then it just seems like they're doing.
But I feel like I've recognized that reference. I don't know if it was like the coyote or whatever falling. I don't know. But you know Looney Tunes shit.
Right.
You too young for Looney Tunes shit.
Man, get out of here. I got Disney Plus and HBO Max. Shout out HBO Max for the Looney.
You too young for Looney Tunes.
Look,
for good old fashioned racism and
right
misogyny.
Right. You know they got the little headers on there. We did not agree with this during when this came out.
Really? Did they say that?
Yes. Cliff. You have my HBO Max.
Oh right? Shit, yeah I do.
Since you're on PTO, when you get a chance, just for fun, whatever, just hop on like one of the original episodes and you'll see before it starts.
Much, G.
Listen, they'll tell you.
You talk
They'll
too
tell
fucking
you.
much. I want the world to know I'm available.
Oh, right. Well, listen, I forgot we was live for a minute, low key.
Listen, it's all
Coach
right.
not available. He's booked and he's busy.
Right.
Leave him
It
alone.
don't matter. I'm not gonna answer anyway. So
He probably won't. You got to be in the VIP to get a response. I know firsthand. You got to be in VIP to get a response back.
all that. But
yeah,
we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up with, of course, you hit the showers. Of course that. And then I would like to know, if you feel like Jared Butler was the good call for player of the game, or if not, who you feel the player of the game should have been on winning or the losing side. So if you want to throw Suggs in there, definitely feel free to do so. As well as your hit the showers for the episode, and we'll get into the foolishness tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, I feel like Butler definitely deserved it. I think if he didn't win it, it could have been obviously Mitchell. I thought, they both had pretty good games last night. My hit the showers is going to your boy on Gonzaga, Corey Kispert. I'm not sure if you were still awake for this part, but I just thought he was so soft. He committed a foul on one of the Baylor players. I got to pull up the footage to see who it was against, but I watched it in real time. And he went to foul the player. I know people, if you look for audio, you can't see. He went to foul the player, and he hurt his forearm, or he hurt his shoulder.
He hurt his forearm fouling him.
He hurt his arm. Right.
Right. I know what you're saying.
You committed the foul, and you got hurt. Literally left the game for a few minutes and was like, went to coach and was shrugging his shoulder like, I got to get out for a minute. Like,
listen, and you know what? That's crazy because Kispert played for 38 minutes in that game.
Did he?
Yeah, so that says something if you hopped out, because you were willing to put in a hell amount of minutes, and if you got hurt off the foul.
And guess who the foul was on?
Who? The dude.
Flo Thamba, I believe.
Oh, was
Flo
it?
Thamba.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's big. What are you doing trying to foul him and you that little? Getting hurt. Talking about, I'm hurt. I'm the one that committed.
But that's what happens. No, but that's what happens when you're forced to play a position you don't usually play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you're forced to play center and you're playing center against a real center, yeah, you're going to get roughed up a bit, but you don't show it. You don't show it.
I'll send you the video so you can see it after the podcast, but they had me in tears. I was dying laughing.
Yeah, no, I might have to look that up because I definitely had to have been asleep on that motherfucker. That's a fact. My player of the game, I'm giving to Joe Dirt Jr., Matthew Mayers.
Man.
I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your effort, young Dirt.
What's this? Boy Scouts? A for effort.
Yeah, you get that.
A for effort.
Listen, he just didn't get touches. That's all I come down to. Give him some more touches. They was looking at that mullet flopping in the lane and was like, nah, let me take it myself. You know what I mean? So
right, they wouldn't trust.
And maybe that was the best route to go. But either way, Joe Dirt, I'm gonna give you player of the game because you never got discouraged because you weren't touching the ball. He even hit a little fall away, nothing but net joint in the last half of the second quarter. I seen that on the highlights because I must have been asleep before then.
Oh, you know it.
But hit the showers other than Stephen A. Smith for that shot being the top 3. I am going to give it to your favorite analyst. Fuck your favorite analyst. Baylor for the win, bitches. We'll see you next time.
We'll see y'all.
You
Peace.
know.